Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning into this video on the Lionsgate portal. My name is Chloe, and with me today is my good friend Elaine of Sunflowers and Arrows. And we're going to be offering some numerological guidance, some channeled messages, just like guidance on the energy of the moment. So, Elaine, hello. How are you today?
Hello. Good. Really good. Thank you. So I will start with some numerology. If I don't know why that's now hard to say at the moment. But so I was filling into the eight energy, and I actually, like, I don't know for you, but this year has been like not hard but not easy either. And so when I was filling into the eight energy, it's kind of like that figure eight. And I just feel like, it actually feels like two cells dividing, and like there's like just like that little bit of stretch and uncomfortableness of letting go and change. That's really what is filling for me. And then also what came to mind was my nieces and nephew had like those little Hot Wheel cars that would like fly on the tracks, and
Yeah.
like you could build that figure eight, but if you did it wrong with the car, it would fly off. So it's
Yes.
kind of so that's kind of how I'm feeling with this energy of like there is a lot of stop and go, and there is abundance there, but there's also a lot of lessons. And
Mhm.
with the eight being connected to Saturn, it's just very like heavy and moving slowly, and learn your lessons as you go. And that's kind of what I've been feeling
Yeah.
into the eight. And let me see, what else do I feel? Yeah, that's, and also like taking those turns on, even if you're driving a real car, you don't just like go Tokyo drifting in that curve. You like take it slow and move around it, not just fly through it. And so I definitely feel that um constriction, I guess is the word, and just like building and flowing through versus like just going straight barrel ahead, and that's when you fly off the track.
Exactly.
How are you feeling about the eight?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that take. I absolutely agree that there's like some slowness and then some speed as well with the eight and this year as a whole. Not only do we have like 8-8, but of course the year 2024 is an 8 as well. So that feels like really sweet numerologically. Um, I do see it as a portal for sure. For me, like as a tarot reader, I also think a lot about the eights in tarot. Not just like the strength card and it being like a strength year or justice. If you like read the eight as justice, I kind of try to consider both, and they're both like I don't know, similar in their way, I guess. But yeah, I'm really thinking a lot about like the eight of wands as well too, and that like momentum and like
Hmm.
fast speed. But then yeah, having that boundary of Saturn, the eighth planet, or like yeah, having that like yeah, you can fly in the middle, but then you have to like sort of calibrate again as you're going around the corners. So yeah, definitely seeing some similar things as you are. Um, yeah, I think that is, yeah, probably what I would want to start with for the eights. I'm resonating with what you're saying, and yeah, I think like not necessarily numerologically, but like the time of year with being Leo and fire
Hmm.
and wands, but also Leo being like a fixed sign as well speaks to that, like a little bit
Yeah.
like, fixed signs are like stubborn, but they're also quite loyal.
Hmm.
So I think that really fits with yeah, with the eights as well too.
Yeah. And I find it interesting because like also with the strength card, there's that give and take with being strong but also gentle at the same time, and it
Hmm.
has the figure eight on there. And
Exactly. Yeah.
the the card that came to mind, I don't know if you have the Light Seers Oracle, but the that Justice card of where it's kind of looking at your shadow self, like that balance between shadow and your like those two consciousness of shadow and yourself, and like really that karmic balance. And like honestly, I feel like it's also like a clearing of all the old and all the things that you don't need, and actually learning that lesson and letting it go and moving to a new start, which is hard. It's really hard to do, that letting go what is safe and what you acknowledge and know versus reaching out for that new thing that might be exciting, scary, and unknown. So that's what also came to mind as you were speaking.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I think too, like just like that, yeah, the imagery of the eight and the figure eight and the infinity is like so beautiful and really speaks to like how spiralic life is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we'll go through the same cycles again and again and again. Um, but like we bring with us, the previous experiences of that cycle or some wisdom or lessons or, things that we've integrated in the past. So even though we are repeating the same things very often, as life is so cyclical, it's never like exactly the same. Like each turn around the spiral or like loop around the figure eight is
Mm-hmm.
a little bit
Mm-hmm.
different because we have that, yeah, that past experience that we're integrating. So, yeah, that gives
Yeah.
me like a little bit of hope, I guess. That we're not
Yeah.
just like repeating exactly the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember thinking like, oh, I think it was like a time I was like laying down and going to bed. I was like, life is just a bunch of tiny circles going around and round. I was
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah,
Love
I
that.
totally get what you're saying. So, and I definitely like the energy of where like the 8 8, because it actually August 8th is on Thursday, which is for Jupiter. So I definitely feel like
Yeah.
very expansive and energy wise for that.
100%.
Yeah, so I definitely think that is positive. And like I also feel like after COVID and all the changes that have happened, and like it being a little rough, and I definitely think like having hope and being positive is something good and something to look forward to. So I'm excited about whatever new is on the horizon.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there is so
Uh,
much to look forward to. I'm so glad that you caught that with like the Jupiter day too. That just, yeah, makes it all the more like special or even more potential with the idea of what we're putting out there for our goals and our intentions and how we're working towards yeah, like a better quality of life and like yeah, just
mhm,
everything that's in line with that. And that is like I don't know, that's how I feel about like Leo season overall. So it's nice to
mhm,
have like special days, I guess, to like, focus in our energy on that. But like, yeah,
yeah,
we just had that the Leo new moon
the
when we're
moon.
meeting and like all of Leo season just feels so much like yeah, being in your power and being sovereign, but like using your popularity for good and not
Mhm,
evil, which is
yeah.
like challenging sometimes for sure, not to be like power tripping when you have Leo placements. And I say that as someone like who has Leo placements. So like, don't worry, I'm not judging. It's just that
Mm,
like that thing of like, how am I going to use my magnetism or like, yeah, my popularity. And yeah, it's just like that strength card again comes to mind. Like she is like taming the lion with like her inner
yeah.
strength and gentle power. And she's definitely not power tripping because then the lion would be like biting her, right? And it's
Mhm,
not. And she has like her hands like
yeah.
literally in their mouth because they have that like that relationship, the figure eight, yeah,
Yeah.
exchange.
Well, also it's also like using that softness as a strength, because a lot of
Yes.
times we think, oh, I have to be so hard, I have to armor up, I have to go, and it's not. The real strength is being, you know, forgiving people, seeing that they are human too, seeing that you are human, and like we're all having this human experience, and being soft and gentle, but having those boundaries and that firmness to and that strength to hold those up. And that's what also popped into my mind as you were talking. So
Yeah, I can't be reminded of that enough, like how powerful it is to be yeah, to be like gentle and vulnerable, and like especially too coming off like the 7 year with the chariot and like that, like we're just like white knuckling
go.
it is like in my
Yeah.
crab shell, like I'm protected, don't look at me on the outside, like all of
Yeah.
that kind of feeling comes up for me. Yeah, absolutely, totally.
Yeah.
So do you
Yeah.
want to move into some messages, or how are you feeling? Where do you want to go?
I'm good with whatever. Do you want to pull tarot cards? Is that what we're moving towards, or?
Yeah, yeah, we can
Okay.
absolutely pull some cards if you want to. Do you have like some decks in mind that are calling to you, or what
So
do you
I
have on your
do
desk today?
have I have my angel guidance oracle, and then I've been really feeling the angel number oracle from Hope Girls. So, and I have my light seers deck.
Very cool. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, I have this one. It's called the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. This is the one I've kind of been working with a lot lately. The deck is all ladies, which isn't like super unusual now. I know there's like lots of like all
Mm-hmm.
women decks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one, like the aesthetic of it just definitely feels, yeah, it's like my Leo season deck for now. It has like the gold gilded edges.
Oh, pretty.
It has more, yeah, like modern artwork, and I just, yeah, like love how it shuffles as well too. And then on the cover it is the strength card,
Mm-hmm.
which is very fitting for what we're
Yeah.
doing. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I also have the Oracle of Portals that I've been using for like just personally for the last few months. I've been getting into that one. So I'm not sure if I'll draw a card from there for us if we need it, but I was thinking like, oh yeah, maybe this might be the time to yeah, pull one of those portal cards. But I like love portals in
Mm-hmm.
general overall, like any card. I'm like, oh, is there a portal on there? I think I see a portal. It's like kind of my thing. So yeah, yeah, but I'm
Oh,
feeling definitely this tarot deck for sure. So have you drawn some cards yet, or do you want to pull some cards for us? See what
no,
the vibe is?
I'm like shuffling and seeing what wants to jump out for us, or if anything. Okay, a little. All right. So it's funny, the power and intention card came out.
Wow.
So I definitely like I feel this in my solar plexus, and I definitely feel like this is really a start, and like setting, especially after this new moon and
Hmm.
going into like just picking up these positive energies and setting your intention and moving through it with like yourself, your power, your what you need to move forward on actually this Leo season. Let me see if I get anything else out of this. And I'm also, for some reason, being drawn to the little squiggly on his forehead, and
Ooh, pretty.
I, I'm feeling like it's letting that flow of um what you're feeling and what you think you need to do kind of move together and really just move with intention and try to what is move with intention and just like really feel into it and see where you can change and let go and just move forward. That's kind of what I and kind of be present and not too into the past and not too into the future and just keep like those steps forward to go where you need to go. So that's one card I got.
Yeah, presence. That's always like maybe not for everyone, but
Mhm.
yeah, have to remind
Yeah.
myself to stay present and as well, and just like action what is in front of me. Like I'm always sharing that message of like, interacting with life organically, like whatever the universe is presenting you
Yeah.
at this time is like probably something you need to be looking at, right? And that
Yeah.
is, I mean, we are always in the present, so it's powerful to yeah, to embrace that for sure.
Yeah.
So I pulled a card. I started shuffling
Mm-hmm.
while you were reading. I hope that's okay.
No, you're
Uh,
good.
so I got the King of Pentacles,
Oh,
which I
very
think is
similar
like
too.
very
Like,
much in a line to this like
yeah.
gentleman that you have there. Your card is very, can you pull that up again for me
Mm-hmm.
just so I can take a look? Yeah, so I mean he has a wand, and I also pulled I also pulled the King of Wands. I'll speak about that in a second, but yeah, this is like amazing. Like this throne
Uh-huh.
energy, this like royal energy is like so Leo. And with the kings in tarot, they're obviously like they're in their power, but they have earned it, and then they have their also have their whole court around them. Like that's what I think about with all the kings. Like yeah, they made it to that top of the hierarchy, but they're not anything without like their pages and their queens and like all of that different energy supporting them. Like it very is like a team of court energy is like what I
Mm-hmm.
feel from them. And
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, Pentacles obviously being like the suit of earth, and like being grounded in reality, and and like
Feels
and
very,
presence, and like yeah, the mundane and the human and that kind of thing.
feels
And of course
very,
like the money's always, you don't want to ignore the money. If there's money coming,
yeah.
we're open to that. And yeah, wands being fire, and like again another king. So thinking about yeah, that blend of like earth and fire, that like drive and passion, and yeah, and just and will and motivation is so Leo like, but then also yeah, being fixed and present, and being a king, and a bit like yeah, a bit stubborn but also stable. Like stable is like the higher frequency of stubborn, right? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
two sides of the same coin, I guess, is what I want to say there. So yeah, very
Yeah.
interesting, the similarities of like I pulled two cards, you've got that one there, and it's very much like yeah, that throne energy, that power, that sovereignty, but also yeah, being present in the moment, being grounded in our human reality. Like I see that very much as like a
Yeah.
trait of the kings as well too. Yeah.
Feels also very foundational. Like all the
Yes.
changes are you are creating are causing are making that foundation to be stable and move forward. And that's amazing that we both pulled those cards. And it's fun. It's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
positive message because I definitely personally have been making a lot of changes in my life. And it's exciting to be like, I'm on the right track.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Love that for us. Love it. Do you want to pull another card?
Um, I actually did. I got a wand, Six of Wands. So I always am like victory. So it's
Yeah.
definitely another very positive. Like also I feel like um following your passions, going forward with what actually is calling you versus what those to-dos. That's what I'm feeling like. I um we get so bogged down in those to-dos that we don't
Hmm.
actually do what we enjoy, and this is makes me feel like actually follow those passions and go with them versus being like, I can't do that because I'm not going to make money on it, or I can't do that
Mm.
because there's no point. And it feels very like balance is coming to mind and actually feeling like, you know, there are things that you have to give yourself in order to have a happy life. And you're not just here to be like, I have to work until I die. It's like, no, you're here to actually live your life and have these victories and have passion and go forward and enjoy your life in these experiences
Mm.
versus being bogged down. And so, very positive to me, like very like, yeah, we got this. So
Yeah, I know. I love that. And that's like such yeah, such a Leo card as well too. For me
yeah.
seeing her like I don't have that use that deck specifically, so I definitely see like some different imagery in my mind with the Six of Wands, but absolutely
Hmm.
like I love how that deck is presenting it as like she's like performing in a way and
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
receiving the support and accolades like
Hmm.
from her
Yeah.
community, from the audience, like
Hmm.
allowing that yeah, that like actually receiving the positive feedback
Hmm.
and like allowing yourself to like be celebrated and let rather than being like, oh no, like I'm not so great or whatever, and like yeah, actually receiving that and then like yeah, integrating it and let
Hmm.
that like fuel your inner power as well too. The last one that I got is the Emperor, which I think is like
Oh wow. Just
very
like the
similar again with like
hmm.
the
Yeah.
kings and your Oracle card there. This card definitely I associate more so like with Aries, but absolutely like of the
Hmm.
major cards, the Emperor would be like the king. And I love how in some of the newer decks they have the Emperor as like a big tree or something
Hmm. Hmm.
something less like less traditional, like obviously like empires that could be like somewhat problematic,
Hmm.
but you
Yeah.
want to think of it as someone who is like yeah is a powerful leader, but yeah leading from the heart, with someone who is like in touch with their vulnerability, like very much like yeah like the strength card, I would say. I don't know that I've actually pulled this card from this deck before though. This is interesting. The setting that they're in is seems like kind of like
Yeah.
a business setting. Yeah, so it is kind of that like yeah, traditional take, but yeah, they have like the ferns and the leaves around, so I
Hmm.
like that
I
how it
see
kind
the
of
bird of
gives that
paradise too.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cool.
It gives that sort of like not conquering nature, but like I'm one with nature and
Hmm.
just like yeah, maybe they're like an environmentalist or something like
Yeah.
that. I
Well,
could
it's
see that.
also
Love
like
it.
the city is in the background, so it's kind of like that balance of being comfortable and being, in the city and having those, because I live in the city, so it's very
Yeah.
nice to have those amenities so close, but also be able to escape into nature because you need that balance. Like it definitely feel like
Yeah.
everything that we're pulling is definitely bringing that balance of the eight, of just not being too much in the one or the other, but bringing them together, and
Yes.
finding that balance that works for you. And
Absolutely.
everyone's balance may look different. Like maybe you work 4 hours and take a 6 hour break or something. I don't know. It's just like
Definitely
that
work for
have,
6 minutes and take a
yeah,
6 hour break
yeah.
is what I'm feeling the balance needs
That's
to
a little
be. Yeah.
extreme, but yeah. But you know what I'm saying. It's just having that balance, it's just what actually do you need to thrive? And that's what I'm feeling like what we're pulling forward is being in that power and looking at what you actually need to thrive. And I mean, that's what I've been trying to calibrate, or
Hmm.
recalibrate in my life is what what changes do I need to make in order to be happier, healthier, and just thrive and enjoy my life.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that, Elaine. And I feel like that's like definitely a good summary of yeah, like of all the cards that we pull, like there's clearly some themes there. Like you are powerful. Let's like, let's stabilize this. Let's integrate those celebrations, take
Mhm.
that praise, take that motivation and use it for yeah, for furthering our own, sovereignty and our own
Mhm.
like agendas, provided they, benefit everyone who's living on earth, like that kind of thing is definitely what I'm feeling. Like you don't even know
Mhm.
how powerful you are. So let's like ground it and yeah, fulfill things in a way, fulfill our desire, fulfill our goals in a way that are super yeah, super
Mhm.
balanced, which is like totally
Yeah.
the figure eight again, right? So
Well, I
just
just
yeah, love
what
this.
jumped out was self-acceptance. So
Oh,
it's like,
nice.
yeah, so it's like, enjoy and love yourself and don't battle yourself. That's
Yeah,
also,
Leo definitely like accepts
yeah.
themselves and there's like, yeah, so much to
So
learn from yeah, Leo season and Leo archetype. And yeah, just that the season is like ruled by the sun and the solar
Hmm.
power. It's like, I don't know, I'm very much like can be more like an introvert or inward person or like nighttime, like very like
Hmm.
lunar
Yeah.
energy is like my vibe. And then you think about like the solar energy and it's like it's in the light, it is conscious, everyone can see
Yeah.
it. Like this is
Yeah.
what is known, where like the lunar is more like unknown and subconscious,
Hmm.
unconscious.
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
that balance of like, yeah, you can't just, be in your inner world all the time. Like, and I think I
Yeah.
saw definitely in of course, like the cards, all the cards that you pull, especially like the six, but the self-acceptance as well. And even the first one, like these can
Yeah.
be like more yeah, like public experiences, I guess, too. Like being seen as like
Yeah. Being seen.
yeah, want to mention that, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Did you want to do some more cards or do you want to move into like some sort of like grounding for us? Or like I love your energy clearings that you do.
Oh, okay.
How are you
Um,
feeling?
I didn't have that planned, but I usually don't have those plans. So, but yeah. Um, I'm open to whatever. I'm enjoying our energy and our back and forth.
For
So,
sure. We're
however, yeah,
amazing. This is awesome.
yeah. So, do you want me to go ahead and call in the angels and do some grounding for us?
Yeah, I think that
Okay,
would be
a
yeah,
good
that would be really sweet. Yeah.
okay. So, all right. I usually put my hands on my heart. You're welcome to place them wherever you want. I just talking about portals, I use the portal of my heart a lot. So, um, okay. And then we're going to take three high quality deep breaths. So we're going to inhale, hold at the top, and then exhale. And then we're going to inhale, hold at the top, and exhale. Last breath, inhale at the top, and then exhale. And then to our right, we are going to call in Archangel Michael. He is going to step in, and you may see blue light. You may feel his presence. And we're just going to take a couple deep breaths with him. And he is setting a bubble of protection around us. He will swipe the sword around us as well, cutting any energetic ties that we no longer need, that no longer serves us, and we're just going to let them release. You could take a just return to your normal breath and just feel his presence and his love. Allow it to fill you. And we're going to thank Archangel Michael for his protection. And then we are going to invite Archangel Gabriel to our left. She is going to step in, and you may see a golden light. Feel her love and presence and her support. And she is just going to warm your chest with her love and her support. Just allow it to flow into you and through you, because she is very loving and very supportive. And she brings her power to help support us. Just return to your normal breaths. Breathe in, absorbing her love and her energy. And we are going to thank Archangel Gabriel. We will invite Archangel Uriel to step in front of us. And you may feel his warmth. You may see a little bit of red. And we're just going to allow him to cast his light upon us to clear any negative energy that we have, invite his illumination to guide us to our next steps, where we must go. And we're just going to return to our normal breath and breathe in his guidance and his support. And we're going to thank Archangel Uriel for his light. And then we'll ask Archangel Raphael to step in behind us. You may see green light. Just let it wash over you from head to toe, letting it fill all those little aches and pains in your body, in those emotions that you haven't allowed to heal, and just accept his healing energy and let it wash over you. Return to your normal breath and just breathe softly. And then we're going to thank Archangel Raphael for his love, support, and healing in mind, body, and soul. And then we're going to connect to the earth below us and feel your feet rooted into the earth, connected as she holds us, as she always supports us and nourishes us, and so gives us all our needs and wants. And just breathe in her energy into your heart space. Just imagine as you're breathing in from your toes, up your legs, into your torso, into your heart space. And hold that energy there. And then exhale, letting the earth absorb any energies that you no longer need and transmuting them into something else. Don't even worry about it. Let it go. And we're just going to take a few breaths here, just taking in earth energy into our heart space and releasing any negative, unwanted energy that no longer serves us and surrendering it. And then we're going to take a few more breaths. And feel the light on your crown chakra, divine light, cleansing your crown, flowing down to your third eye, to your throat. Just breathe gently, or if you need to, like breathe normally as you need to. But let this light flow in. Let it mix with the earth energy in your chest. Let your body feel lighter, and just allow that energy, the divine energy, to flow through you from your heart to your solar plexus, to your sacral, to your root, down your legs into the earth. And you're connected, as you are always connected, to the earth and to the divine. And we will just take a few breaths. Feel the love, feel the support. Know that you are always loved and you are always supported. When you're ready, you can start allowing the earth energy to flow back down into the earth from your heart space, from your solar plexus, from your sacral, from your root, down your legs, back into the earth, and you can retract your roots. And thank her. And then we'll allow the light of the divine to slowly fade from her toes, from her legs, from our abdomen, following the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, third eye, and crown. And just imagine like a little kiss on your forehead from the divine that you are always loved and always cherished. And just hold that little bit of light there. And when you're ready, you can bring gentle movement to your body and start coming back from this. And just know that you are cherished and loved. You don't look directly at the camera or the screen. Just gently bring yourself back. There's no rush. Sway your body if you need to. And welcome back. How you feeling, Chloe?
Yeah, that was so nice. Thank you, Elaine. I love it.
I always get so tingly after doing that.
Yeah, yeah, I love how you close out your sessions and your readings. It's just so feels so good. I'm so grateful. Yeah.
Thank you. I would never knew how those were taken because I don't know, they just come to me and I just trust that I'm being guided to,
Hmm.
bring what is needed. That's always how it is.
Yes, I love it. I think people will, yeah, will really appreciate it. Um, I'm going to, yeah, like if people are watching this on my channel, I'll link some of your, yeah, your more recent channel messages and energy forecasts so that they can experience your magic. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, wonderful. So yeah, I'll just leave it there so everyone can just like bask in this amazing energy.
Mhm.
And yeah, I want to thank everyone for yeah for tuning in today or whenever it is they're called to yeah to receive these messages. Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
Um, no, I'm just thankful for everyone, and I'm thankful for us being able to get together and work this out. And I actually wanted to tell you that your forecast for Scorpio for career is very accurate. So
Amazing.
I'm like doing so many career things right now. Like, oh, Chloe, but but I love it, and I really enjoyed doing this, and thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much. See you soon.
So yeah.